Start. Good morning, students and respected teachers. I am Bhabesh the teacher trainee of Mahmud College of Education, and my registration number is 221310576004. Students, are you fine?
Yes, sir.
So, students, yesterday night I have eaten too many amount of biryani. So there is acidity occurs in my stomach. So I took Inu as a remedial. So students told me why I take Inu as a remedial. Because in Inu there is presence of base which neutralize the acidity in my stomach. Students, have you ever seen lemon?
Yes.
So tell me what is the taste of lemon?
So,
Here, yes, good, very good. Lemon is sour in taste because there is presence of acid. So students, today our discussed chapter is acids and bases. Let us move towards the topic. First we discuss about acid. Generally students, we have used too many amount of substance in our day-to-day life. That is curd, orange, lemon, washing soda, detergent, shampoo, etc. In each substances there is presence of acid and base. In each substances what you have all done in our daily day-to-day life, there is presence of acids and bases. So students, acid is a substance which is sour in taste. In lemon, in orange, in curd, there is presence of acid and they are also sour in taste. Look at this picture, students. What is this?
this is lemon.
Here. And what is the taste of this? Sour in taste, because in lemon or in orange there is presence of citric acid. So this is acidic in nature and this fruit is natural acid. We found natural acid from this fruit. And look at this picture, students. What is this?
Vinegar.
This is white vinegar we use in our day-to-day life as a cooking material. In this vinegar, this is also sour in taste. And in vinegar, we found which acid? In vinegar, we found acetic acid as a substance. And it is also sour in taste. So, this is also acidic in nature. So, here we find that the substances which is sour in taste and presence of acid is known as acidic in nature. So students, we use acid word very simply. And what is the originate of this word? Acid word comes from the Latin word acer, which means sour. So acid is a Latin word that is acer and whose means is sour. Have you understand this topic, students?
Yes.
Then let us discuss about base. So we use baking soda, washing powder, detergents, soap, etc. in our day-to-day life. Have you ever tested soap? Have you ever tested soap?
Yes.
Soap is not sour in taste. It is bitter in taste. So, if soap is not sour in taste, there is no presence of acid and soap feels soupy like. So, these are base in nature. Here we find the definition of soap. What is soap or what is base? Base is a substance which is bitter in taste and feels soupy like are known as base. And the substances which is base in structure are known as basic. There are few examples about soap or base. In soap, there is presence of sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. So it is basic in nature. And same as in detergent, there is also presence of sodium hydroxide. So it is also basic in nature. So base are the substances which is bitter in taste and feels soupy like are known as base. Students, have you ever cleaned your mobiles or window?
Yes. Yes.
What will be used?
Cleaner.
Cleaner. So in window cleaner, there is also presence of base, which is known as ammonium hydroxide, which is known as ammonium hydroxide, and the chemical formula of ammonium hydroxide is NH4OH. So it is also basic in nature. So this is our acid and base. Let us move towards indicators. Students, we cannot test each substances in our nature because some substances are also toxic in nature. So we use some substances which shows the acidic and basic behavior. So indicators are these substances which decides the acidic and basic behavior of a substances. And indicator changes color during the presence of acids and bases. There are also few examples of natural indicators. What is this, students? This is turmeric, and turmeric is the natural indicator. And what is this, students?
Flower.
This is the flower, which is also known as China rose. China rose is the example of natural indicators. What is this, students? This is the picture of litmus paper. Litmus paper is also the natural indicator, which is also very famous in our practical lab. So let us discuss about litmus as a natural indicator. Students, before we move towards our representation, I will tell you the history of litmus paper. Litmus paper is a natural indicator which is generally we discover or we find from lichens. Lichens are the basic phenomenal constructual behavior of litmus paper. In our market or in our day-to-day life, litmus paper are generally found in two types. That is either in liquidic form or in paperic form. So generally we used litmus as a paper. When litmus paper is dipped into distilled water, its color is slightly purple or mauve in color. And when the litmus paper we dipped into acid, it turns blue litmus into red, and when we dipped red litmus into base, it turns into blue. So litmus paper is a natural indicator. It turns into red when it is dipped into acid, and the red litmus turns into blue when it is dipped into bases. So students, this is also can be easily understood by doing an activity. So here is some substances, or here is some practical view where we can act as a where we can use it is as a indicator. Look at this picture. In this picture, this is the beaker of acid and this is the beaker of base. It is blue litmus and it is red litmus. When we dipped the blue litmus into the acid, it turns into red, and when we dipped the red litmus into the base, it turns into blue. So in our activity, we will perform some practical view, that is took some few lemons and cut it into some pieces and make juice from it. Add some few drops of water into the test tube. Then took blue and red litmus. By the dropper, we get the lemon juice and dipped into the red litmus. So here we saw that red litmus never changes its color. It is unchanged. So it is acidic in nature. And when we dipped this lemon juice in blue litmus paper, it turns into red. So here we find that the blue litmus paper changes into red and red litmus paper totally unchanged. So here we find that lemon is acidic in nature. So if there is any doubt, then tell me, students.
No, sir. No doubt.
So now I will ask you some few intellectual and interesting questions. Told me, students, why fruits have natural acids? Told me.
Because they create in nature.
Good, very good, students. Fruits are the natural substances and they get acids from their atmosphere. So fruits have different types of various types of acids. In lemon we found citric acid. In amla we found also citric acid. In tomato we found oxalic acid. In tamarind we found tartaric acid. There is various amount of acids. So told me, what is acid? Acid is a substance which is sour in taste, is known as acid. Then students told me, what is base? Base is a substance which is bitter in taste and feels soupy like, are known as base. Then students told me, what is indicators? Told me, indicators are the substances which changes color when it is present in acids or base. These are the acid and base behavioral structure. There is three types of natural indicators. One is turmeric, one is China rose, and one is litmus. Thank you, students, for cooperate me in this class. Thank you all.